Happening today, President Trump is meeting with the incoming Democratic Socialist mayor of New York City, Zohran Mamdani.
That's right. Douglas Zader has a preview this morning in Washington. I mean, let's see how this goes. This is politics. You say nasty things about one another, and then, you know, you got to meet and do the photo op.
At some point, you're face to face, and that's what's going to happen today. Good morning. We're going to see this play out on the, biggest stage in the country, and that's the White House. So we may see sparks fly. On the other hand, maybe these two will find some common ground today. It doesn't sound like the White House is exactly rolling out a red carpet today.
It speaks volumes that tomorrow we have a communist coming to the White House.
That is part of the welcome for Zohran Mamdani, the soon-to-be mayor of New York City, who will sit down with the president today in the Oval Office. As a Democratic socialist, he's ideologically miles away from the president, who he taunted back on election night.
I have 4 words for you. Turn the volume up.
The president, too, made his distaste clear, repeatedly calling Mamdani a communist.
I think he should be very nice to me. I'm the one that sort of has to approve a lot of things coming to him, so he's off to a bad start.
This is an opportunity to make the case for New Yorkers.
Just yesterday, Mamdani explained why he was meeting with Trump, and he tried to find some common thread among their supporters.
This meeting is between 2 very different candidates who they voted for the same reason. They wanted a leader who would take on the cost of living crisis that makes it impossible for working people to afford living in this city.
And from the president, perhaps an olive branch.
We want to see everything work out well for New York.
And some interesting timing here on Capitol Hill. In just about an hour, the House is set to vote on a measure to condemn socialism. Bob and Roxy.
That is interesting timing. I feel like this could also be like a nothing burger, Doug, really depending on like what the president decides to do, right? Does he even have that photo op? And, the press has a way of getting in there in the White House and sort of stirring things up a little bit by the questions that they ask, and, things could change that way. But if he doesn't let the media in, then it's sort of like I met with them and it was fine.
Yeah, and that's the big question right now, Bob. We don't know if this is going to be open. I mean, right now it's being advertised as what they call closed press, which means that we wouldn't see it. But, oftentimes that ends up changing. I wouldn't be surprised if the president kind of wants this to be seen. So it may be that we do see the two of them shaking hands and saying a couple of things before the cameras are ushered out. And, and beyond that, it is so difficult to predict how these Oval Office scenes play out with President Trump. Sometimes you think there's going to be a blow-up and there isn't one. Sometimes you don't think there's going to be one and there is one.
Well, there's nothing official on the schedule from what I understand, but it's interesting. There's so much anticipation that all the New York City, the press, they're all down there in Washington just prepping that this is going to happen and this is going to turn into a big photo op. But we'll see. Everyone's going to be watching, Doug. Thank you.
We'll know soon enough.